What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to give a basic review on the Prospector grenade launcher catalyst. I'm going to focus on a few key things such as how do you get it, what's the fastest way of leveling it up, and ultimately is it worth using outside of the two reasons why you'd only ever use it right now, that being the Riven cheese as well as beating up on the Watchers in the Leviathan raid. So let's jump right into it. Is it worth it? Is it good? And what's the fastest way of leveling it up? So you'll notice here that with this catalyst there are two primary benefits. You have the Deeper Pockets perk now being active, and you also have a big increase to the blast radius on this grenade launcher. So with Deeper Pockets, that's going to increase your ammo reserves, and it is a pretty significant bump. With the blast radius, you are more or less doubling this of the weapon, so that's a pretty big increase as well. You'll notice here that right now, if I go to my character, I have 20 shots right now on this weapon. Normally, you'd only have 15. Deeper Pockets alone will bump it from 15 to 18, and the reason I have 20 is because I have grenade launcher reserves on my helmet. So you can have a really big increase here for the ammo with this catalyst, and I think that alone makes it pretty viable to get for the Riven cheese. You'll have a lot more firepower for that, for instance. With the blast radius, that's a pretty big jump as well, but it's not going to be something that is a game changer. I think the Deeper Pockets is a lot better perk upgrade than the blast radius. The blast radius is nice. Don't be worried about that and affecting your Riven cheese at all, because it's still going to be less than a rocket launcher with cluster bombs, for instance. So don't be worried about that. What's the best way of getting this? What's the only way of getting it? Well, you can get this catalyst by doing either regular strikes or Nightfall Strikes. Now, I will say that it's a pretty rare drop. You can increase your chances by having your clan rank to clan rank 4. That's going to give you a nice bump there and give you a better chance of getting the catalyst when you're doing things with your clanmates. So I'd highly recommend being in a clan and having your clan rank 4 if you're trying to get this catalyst. But any strike, any Nightfall will do, and that's going to be how you get this catalyst. What about leveling it up? Well, I think you have a couple options here. You can either do one of two things. Now, for me, I focused on using Escalation Protocol. Anytime you're trying to level up a heavy weapon or a power weapon, it's going to take you a while because you're not always going to have power weapon ammo. But I think you can supplement that in two ways. Escalation Protocol is good. Right now, I don't see a public event here, but anytime there's a public event, you can rally to that flag and get your ammo back. The one thing I'd recommend if you're doing Escalation Protocol is to bump back your date and time so that you're not ruining somebody else's instance and you can focus on getting the catalyst done yourself. That's going to be a pretty fast way of doing it. Just make sure you routed the flag, get heavy ammo, and you'll be able to rinse and repeat pretty quick doing that. The other option you can use is if you have Whisper of the Worm Heroic unlocked, you can use that as a great way of leveling up, not just this catalyst, but any catalyst. So what you want to do is go to IO, you want to access Whisper of the Worm, and make your way through the jumping puzzle into the green room. In the green room, there's going to be the thralls at the very bottom, and you can farm that pretty quick. The only thing I'd recommend if you're doing that method is two things. You want to make sure that you can get through the jumping part pretty quickly, and you also want to make sure, too, that you have a taken armaments on one of your pieces of armor, because that's going to give you heavy ammo when you get a grenade kill. Because you're likely not going to have a lot of heavy ammo dropping. You can increase your chances by having grenade launcher scavenger as well as heavy ammo finder, but having taken armaments is going to be a great way of giving you a better chance of getting ammo in that instance. So either of those is going to work. Escalation Protocol or the Whisper of the Worm, both of those are going to be great ways of leveling this up. I don't know exactly how many kills you need, but I think it's upwards of 250, maybe 500. It's a lot of kills you have to get in order to upgrade this weapon. So that will take you some time, but both of those activities are going to be the best way of doing it. So when all is said and done, you have this thing unlocked, you've gotten it fully worked, master worked. Is it worth it? Is it any better than it really was? Well, it's better in the sense that you have more ammo, but it's not better in the sense that you're going to be using this over other power weapons in either PvE or PvP. Part of that is because there's better options, but part of it too is just the perks that this weapon has inherently. They don't really jive too well together. Having the sticker grenades and having them in proximity is not that good. Even with the increased blast radius, you're not going to be able to clear ads very well with this weapon, in my opinion, or at the very least there's going to be other better options to use. So it's still going to very much be a single target weapon, and outside of using this during a heavyweight strike, I don't see other options besides doing the two things that it's good for, Riven and the Leviathan raid if you're trying to beat the Watchers by yourself. So it's still a catalyst that's worth upgrading if you get it, but it's not something that it's going to be, hey, stop what you're doing right now until you get this type of weapon. So I want to give my opinions. I want to go over how to get it, fastest way of leveling it up, and ultimately does it make it that much better? Not really. I wish I could say better, but that's my opinion. So guys, let me know if this is helpful. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Let me know if there's certain encounters outside of what I mentioned that you would use this for. Most importantly, guys, thanks for watching. Best of luck getting it, and we'll talk to you soon. See you later.